Hello everyone, Kevin Carpenter here with a special episode of Rolling in the Mist we call Behind the Mist. Now we did a Behind the Mist Q&A at the end of Series 1, but we're doing a mid-season Q&A here to let our patrons ask us some questions and give our crew a reason to just talk about the show and the game itself, and also just give us a reason hang out. We recorded this also before Session 10, which is the session that just came out with the crew fighting the dragon boat. There will be some mention of us not knowing what's going to happen in that session, and that's why. Anyway, hope you enjoy your peek behind the mist.
Rolling in the Mist is a series with fantasy violence, mentions of gore, and worst of all, cussing. Viewer discretion is advised.
There was even a bigger wind of it.
Gee, I hate you so much. Oh my god. How did I get this assigned seat in the room?
You were here before everybody, and you literally sat
Because
there.
it's my assigned seat in class.
You can sit anywhere you want.
But you know when you sit somewhere and then you keep coming back to that same place and you know this is where I say black. It's like nature's way.
Commitment, all right? I'm not ready
Nature's assigned seating.
Hi everybody to Behind the Mist, our exclusive talk-back episode about the series so far. As you can see, Bex is currently missing. She's doing other stuff.
Right here.
Oh,
Bex!
Bex!
She's a
you grew a
chameleon.
beard.
She's a chameleon of an actress, man.
Hey guys. That's what you really sound like?
That's what Bex sounds like.
I tell you, I gotta meet your makeup artist because Jesus, this is you after hours, you know?
You sound like you've been chewing on
behind the
cigarettes.
scenes.
The same one that did the penguin in Batman.
Chewing on cigarettes? Disgusting.
No, you're not soaking him. That's just straight tar in
just-
your mouth.
I just eat a cigarette, you just wake up and yeah. There you go.
Honey, sugar, it's gonna be okay.
Get me another tar bar from Crafty. It's just a bar of tar.
Yeah.
God. So today we're just going to be talking about Rolling in the Mist, talk about some behind-the-scenes stuff. Joining us today is our audio superstar, Chris. He's going to be joining us for this behind-the-scenes stuff while also working the soundboard. So, Chris, it's okay if you're quiet for some time while you're working on the volumes.
Well, it's great to be here.
He's trying to rip and roast you. Do you
We
mind?
decided to put him on camera so we would be sure he would not fall
I
asleep.
knew that was coming.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can never live that down.
But this is all respect to all the people who do audio behind the scenes. They're tired, man. They do a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
But now you don't have that luxury anymore.
Speaking of luxury, if you hear, wait, are we telling them about the fan?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
so,
yeah.
All behind the
We're
scenes.
gonna edit it out, but I mean, in case.
as much as we can. But we're recording down here over in the valley. It is hot as hell. Was it like 96, 97 the past couple days?
Yep, we had a heat wave.
Yeah, and so our air conditioner sucks. So we have a fan all over there kind of blowing air to kind of give us a little bit of,
Life?
life. So if you hear a little about it, we apologize, guys. It's just really freaking hot out here.
Sweating more than a swinner in church. Sinner in church.
Sinner in church. But a swinger also
A
feels
swinger,
fair.
a swinger probably would sweat in church.
Yeah. Also, I think we do also need to mention a little bit of the timeline here because it's very noticeable that some time has passed since our last session, considering how long my hair's gone, Pablo's
I don't know what you're
beard.
talking about.
See, we're committed to our parts. So we just
like one of those Play-Doh potato heads.
No, like chia pets that just like
Yeah. I think we're talking about the same thing. The Play-Doh comes
Yeah.
out.
But,
Play-Doh hair.
No, it reminds me of it was an episode. It was the movie, a SpongeBob movie. He's like, "You're a tough guy. How can you do this?" And he takes off his bandana. He goes,
Unfortunately, during the pandemic, I tried to grow a beard. Didn't work.
Did you really?
I did. It did not work.
Yikes.
I can grow a Lincoln, but it doesn't work on me.
Lincoln is.
But yeah, no, I've just got these blank patches.
face
on
like,
my
ugh.
face.
I know. I've tried a few different beard stylings, and it's a Lincoln.
tried this?
Yeah, that I can't do because what happens is, and I shaved the cheeks right before coming here because what happens
Well, I
is
would hope.
this is just like I clean it up and then like what happens is it starts to get patchy, I call it colonization. Like it just starts to colonize north and then all the colonies just die of bitter cold and wilderness extremes.
I can
He
get.
doesn't moisturize.
I do.
I can get this to here.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to?
I've done it.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
wow!
In
high school?
I did it in high school.
No, see that? Yeah,
Wow.
see, I don't know.
So the kids just like come up to you and just accuse you of being a narc, like what?
Or Moses, like
Oh, they're just
I've
like, you got.
come. I've returned.
It's like, yo, man, you got weed?
I cannot imagine like a junior. What was this? Junior, senior year?
Senior.
Senior, yeah, senior in high school having like a beard to here.
Jesus.
Well, because
that's
I wanted to see how long it could get, and I remember it just kept going. I was like, damn.
that's what's interesting. You as the exception. Like we're old enough that like that kind of stuff just can't happen anymore. My hair right now is still like very this, but in high school was like came like a Beatles, like a beetle.
Like,
Like I feel like if I said like a beetle, people. I feel like if I said like a beetle, people would think like a bug, but like the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, we
facial hair
know the
too. It
Beatles.
used to be
I'm
more.
not that young.
British.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
no, mine always grow out like a little, what do they call, like a jufro? It's just like lacy, but it's like, yeah.
yeah.
I'm losing mine.
Your hair. Yeah, that's with the hat and everything. Yeah.
So it's actually
Moses.
been audience. It's been a few months since we recorded our last session, actually.
And to prove that point, we'll talk for another 2 hours about hair. So my armpits do this thing. Okay. What?
Anyway, so we're definitely going to be shooting more episodes and all that, but I felt like, it's good for us as well to just kind of like talk over the series, get a bit, familiar with it again, maybe answer some questions from our patrons, which, by the way, if you want to support our shows, our group, Chris's beard, Pablo's hair, which is falling out.
His hair is falling out. You're twisting the narrative.
Twisting. Quick, edit that out.
I just want more money.
Yeah. Or if you just want to give us more money, visit our Patreon at patreon.com/oddloot. You can catch our exclusive session 0. We've got plans for more exclusive content. And also you can catch all of our episodes a day early. With that, though, I think, let's just, I think the best question is probably from one of our patrons. Best question to start out with is from Dougler93, who asks,
I'm sorry.
Dude,
Let me
Ain't
clarify.
nothing against your name, man.
No, it's not because it's not you, Dougler. It's not the Doog. It's because I don't know if this was going through your head because we were just talking about our porn names.
Hold up on that question. Look, right before we started recording this, I think it was Jason. You brought up, right? Like, what is your porn? No, was it? Well, somebody brought up like porn names, and somebody said your porn name is the name of your first pet and the street you lived on the most. Mine is I had a cat named Mochita, which isn't even a fucking word, but I lived on Olive Street, so my porn name would be Mochita Olive, which doesn't make fucking sense.
Sounds like a romance novelist.
Romance novelist. What was yours, Jason?
It was Bruno Redding.
Bruno Redding.
Duke Wood.
I got the fucking champion of porn names at the table.
Hype.
Who I guess
Hype.
Buster Woodman. Oh, I had a guinea pig named Buster when I was a kid, and then I live on a street. Or I have the longest one that I lived on was Woodman.
I love how you went like Buster Woodman. So, anyways, I lived on the
So
street.
anyway, and then the other one was well, I just love Buster. He was
What
the best
about
thing.
yours, Chris? What would have been yours?
Be like Emmanuel Hardway.
Wait,
You named your animal Emmanuel?
is it Emmanuel in a street called Hardway? Emmanuel Hardway's good.
Hardway's good.
Hardway is good.
Because he's about to have
Good
Hardway
heart.
with this scene.
Buster Woodman, of course, we know.
And,
is good.
and wasn't that
Buster
going to be
Nut,
your
and then-
the next season of Rolling
I
in
like
the Mist,
your
your character?
so that's what I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're diving in, because it's relevant here because it was such a good name that just happened out of the random
Yeah.
formula you pulled up for the name thing. Listen, name is it wasn't.
No, you're the one who brought up
You're
your
the
porn
one who
name
came up with the pet name and the.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was you. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was
I
you.
heard it
Oh.
come out of his mouth.
I just refined it.
So
It's such a good name that I think I may have to make that.
Yeah.
the next
write that
season.
down. Right.
It's
What was he?
it's singed. It's
Buster
in there.
Woodman,
Buster
sex
Woodman.
detective.
Do you want to see Buster Woodman played by this motherfucker in the next season?
Does
Write
this look
it in
like the
comments.
face of sexual?
In fact, I'm gonna. Because I can do this. I feel like you can't do this.
Okay,
Oh
you-
my fucking god! You son of a bitch, bro! Hijo de la gran puta! If you want to see Buster Woodman
With that voice,
it's gonna be. I get. Yeah. Is this the voice you want? Yeah.
Isn't there like isn't there a porn
That's
star?
Buster Woodman's thing. Is he always sounds like he's gonna bust a nut, but he doesn't.
He does it. He's always on the verge of a breakthrough.
Always on the. What a horrible way to live is constantly on the verge of an orgasm. If you want to see it, I'm trying to find a way to be like, we need a certain amount from our patrons to get us past that. Thank you.
For our audio only listeners, I just had to grab a water bottle out of Jason's hands and give me that.
No.
And for
He has
our
another one.
audio only listeners, why? Go watch the video. What is wrong with you?
Go check out our YouTube. But no
Jason,
disrespect to our
I'm gonna murder
Spotify
you.
listeners.
They
Everyone's got to
said.
commute.
Just put it on your phone in the car. What's
You gotta show that cut. It flies in.
Anyways, I guess what we're trying to say is pay up and we'll nut up.
So that's the first question, I guess, that we're going to answer.
Oh yeah, we
is
didn't even
what's our
get to the
porn
fucking
names.
question.
So Dougler93, awesome name. We love you.
Love you, dude.
Love you, Duke. Dougler93 asks, what was the inspiration behind your characters?
I can easily answer this. I forgot to make the character, and I needed a last minute fucking. Wait, are we talking season 1 or 2?
2.
2. Oh. So, anyways, I forgot we had to make a character.
Actually, I'm calling on that because you put some elbow grease into Logan.
He really didn't.
Shut the fuck up. You said
really
okay. Here's the
didn't.
thing. Here's the thing. Everyone had their character made, so they understood the assignment. I was just dealing with a bunch of other crap, which don't get me wrong, it's no excuse. But
Always your excuse.
well, fucking, that's my life. But I like playing characters, support characters, so whether video games, anything else, just because I want to be sure to keep my team alive to win. And so everybody had like an archetype of what would be in like the robbery gang, the muscle, the face. Well, he's everybody else. The looks, which was Bex, and he was gonna be our getaway driver, but you never know what's gonna happen then. But I need to somebody's gotta be the pinch, or to make the equipment or whatever. So I don't like playing normal people. I like playing characters who are just different. Even in D&D, I like playing shorter characters like gnomes and stuff like that. So my creative idea, I was watching Robert Downey Jr. an interview with him, and I'm like, oh, that's right. He was Iron Man. What if I made him into a little person? And
Tony?
he's still, Tony, Tony, pretty much. And at the end, I was talking to Jason about this.
Jason, are you texting during the? Are it's your
Jason, did you
phone not
call?
silent? And we're back. Okay, so this is just how it works sometimes behind the scenes, folks. Sometimes just technical difficulties happen. Anyway,
I'm cool.
so Logan, you mentioned something. Chris, you were the one that actually came up with Duke Domino.
Yes.
Or Domino. I'm not sure how we
Spelled
Was it
Domino,
Duke
but we're
Dom-
pronouncing it Domino.
Domino, okay. I think I might have already pronounced it Domino, but that's fine. I'll change it from here on.
Right on.
But yeah, no, he's part of the crew theme. He's in one scene.
finish
But yeah, that was a character that you came up with. So where did you get the
So
idea
what's
for
up with
Duke
that?
Domino?
Basically, the idea of Duke Domino was the ready, fire, aim approach I do in any tabletop, where I just kind of just run into it and go into it. So I wanted a character to be basically I wanted a character to emulate my car driving style. Of
fast and loose.
Fast, loose, don't give a shit, and just
You can say
go
fuck.
with.
It's all right.
Yeah, this is an explicit podcast.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah,
a little
so-
warning.
If they
I
haven't
want-
seen our content in Auto, that no, we're not completely family
Yeah.
friendly.
Well, that's the warning we have with you in the
Yeah,
beginning.
why are we
is
still
like-
doing that?
Yeah, so it's
Tell people about the cursing.
Yeah, so his original design was going to be that, and then last minute I decided I was going to just focus on the audio. But I'm thinking we got to bring back Duke Domino for season 3. I think so. I really want to.
I don't-
go.
Well, let's see if we use it for.
If it's
season
possible, yeah.
He ends up dying in season 2.
Well, I'm sitting here like an ass. Have we met him? We used him once,
It
right?
was just once. Yeah, it was a
We
one.
didn't.
No,
really,
we didn't really use him.
We
at
haven't
all.
used them.
I don't think we used him.
We haven't used him yet. He
No,
was in
I
one-
made
So
a
why-
joke saying
so-
that. Imagine
okay,
right now,
he
just
was
Duke Domino bust into the
Yeah,
scene.
we've referred to him, but we haven't used him. We haven't
Okay, so
met
he's like
him.
an NPC then.
Yeah, he's an NPC. I narrated him being chased by the cops. That was to foreshadow the 3 pigs.
Yeah.
Remember,
which did not last
yeah.
long.
They were not a threat.
He is an absent NPC. an ANPC.
He's that file when you go on your computer and you look in the game files. He was there. He was like, "Oh, we had him ready, just never used them." And we didn't want to go back and take it
just
out.
moved to the recycling bin.
Yeah, we put the no in
Empty
Domino
trash
this
can, yeah.
season.
Yeah.
So far.
The fan base is going to grow bigger, and there's going to be like a subsect of people who are like, yeah, I'm a Duke Domino fan, though.
You want to see Duke Domino, Doogler? You want to fucking see it? Pay up, and you pay, and you'll see. All of you will see. You just gotta pay the right
Sounds like
price.
a deranged old man.
Also, Doogler is already paying up. He is a patron.
Doogler.
They are patrons.
Is
I
off
actually
the
don't know
hook.
what Doogler's
Doogler's off the
Everybody needs to match Doogler's. Can we say how much he gave, or is that?
No.
You're becoming an infomercial.
I'm not.
That's right,
Pablo.
guys.
Quick, Pablo, get back on the track. What was your inspiration for Marty Blanc?
Oh, good, Marty.
So he was watching a fucking comedy special one day.
I was watching Comedy Central Presents. Anyone remember that?
Yeah.
Did you do that? Anyway. Anyone remember that?
You look like there's someone over there at the end.
They are over there.
No,
Hey, they're over there.
With just your small contributions to our Patreon, we could hire a crew.
oh my god.
All right. No, seriously. Marty Blanc.
Close to bumping that mic.
It is what it is.
I live on
good,
the
he's
end.
good.
I live on the.
Marty,
I'm not-
Marty.
okay.
Hey, this is what this is for. Don't rush the man.
I'm
Let
not
him do his
doing it
thing.
again. No, I do. I was thinking about this on the way over because I figured this was going to get asked.
Nobody cares.
Great. So on to
But I have.
Okay, the number one thing, this wasn't the first thing, but the thing that stands out to me when I think about why did I choose this guy? Like, what do I love about Marty? And I think this was a subconscious thing on my part when I was making the character, but like father-son stuff. I'm gonna go from like this to like real for a second.
I mean, that's the podcast.
Yeah,
It all
it's-
began when I was born. and my
Emotional
father.
whiplash is our brand.
I just
Emotional
realized I never
whiplash.
got to finish mine.
It's like you got a call from work.
And
Blame your career. So father-son stuff really gets me.
Yeah.
Like father-son moments in television, cinema, storytelling in general, like moments, scenes, just that paternal
Papa.
connection. Yeah, papa. Legit, anything about papa like gets me. So I wanted to do a character that had that as part of his inner workings. And besides that, in other RPG stuff I've played, both recorded and not recorded, I tend to go for like, I don't know why I said like, but yeah, like something with an accent, something colorful, something foreign, something different, something charactery. Mm-hmm. And I intended to go in with Marty to be something, I want to try to do something a little bit more ingenue, something a little bit more straight man, a little bit more, Adonis, good jawline, just everything I'm not. So to do that,
I would voice a man who would sound like that.
yeah. And so I wanted to do that, and also, whenever you ask me to do a character for this, it's like I'm like, okay, what's everybody else doing? It's the first thing I ask you because I'm like, I want to do something that contrasts everybody else.
Honestly, I like play other role-playing games with people that's how they do their character.
And then no one ends up doing nothing.
Well, it's mostly for like team comp.
Yeah.
They're like waiting for someone to like, okay, they're a tank, they're a DPS, or
Yeah.
I'll do the healer. But you were more of like a personality kind of thing. Like
I do, yeah, that's how I would like to I mean, also functionality too, and plus it was a heist, and you were like, what kind of role would you like to play in this heist thing? I was like, okay, well, and this is the last thing about Marty is like, I love playing characters that use their charisma to get them through a situation more than their skills, more than their power, more than magic, anything else. It's their personality that somehow gets. So then I'm like, okay, what kind of fields, like vocations or whatever, lend themselves to that? And I thought, what's more charismatic than a salesman? Hi, how are you? Kind of using that charm to get themselves through stuff. So all these things put together, I wanted to try and make Marty a bit more of a straight man, which I think is why he ends up arguing with Corey so much, is because he tries to be the voice of reason.
He thinks he's the leader.
And with I don't know, you guys could tell me, but I think he does. He does.
No, we're laughing because our characters, we know, like, look at this fucking guy.
Yeah. And that's how it seems to happen. I don't know. I went to go for a more straight man person, the face, the charisma, the Brad Pitt of this Ocean's 11. and I
The mouth.
the
Yeah.
mouth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that came.
You don't
across.
work too well. Still,
Yeah. I'm too fucking stressed. All the time.
One thing I have noticed about like your guys' crew dynamics so far, and by the way, when we came up with these characters, we talked about like, all right, what are the rules for the heist? The face, the muscle, the tech guy, the money, all that.
Yeah.
But your guys' like crew aesthetic though is like, because you don't have a clear leader. Shout out to season 1 Rolling in the Mist.
We're never gonna have a fucking leader.
We should have a leader at some point.
There's
Technically,
kind of
Corey.
Corey's
Yeah.
Corey's the money, and then you're the face, and so it's kind of
but
like
it seems like she's the one making the calls. No, I don't think it's more she's making. She has a night. She knows she has
a plan.
Yeah, and we're just kind of taking like, it's better than what I'm doing right now.
Does she?
you know what it is.
She has a target.
She has a dog.
It's a mom and dad kind of thing where it's
No, it does.
There's a lot of friction between Corey and Marty, and especially when it comes to like when Corey gets off the plot and then Marty tries to bring her back, versus like when Marty's like going off on his own and Corey's the one with the actual plan, and it shows up a lot. I really like that dynamic between the two, but also it's like as a crew you guys tend to like go in with a half-baked plan, and then like when like, this is gonna sound cheesy, but when you guys are working together it's like weirdly efficient. Like,
Oh, relax. Fucking keep going. Jesus Christ.
but
I can never catch a break.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're getting sounds from real life. Fuck out of here.
you guys, when you guys have a plan and you meet at Kenny's and you work together, it's like it's weirdly efficient, and then like there is a moment where you guys go off to do your own thing, whether it's Logan at the construction site or like you guys in the museum basement.
Wait, was it Kenny's or was it Lenny's?
Kenny's.
Those Kenny's?
Yeah.
Who's Lenny?
Lenny and Benny. is
Lenny
what
and
it
Benny
is.
were the ones that
Yes.
we played, yeah.
Got too many Ennies in there.
But you guys, as soon as you guys start like splitting off and doing your own thing, suddenly disaster strikes, and I think that's going to be it's going to be interesting to see how the dynamic develops, if that stays or if you guys have a clear leader, or I don't know.
Maybe we'll develop a clear leader by the end of this thing. Like that's what
That's what he
the
wants.
dynamic.
That's what he wants.
No,
He wants
I don't. No, I legit am not saying that to be like. Maybe we'll find out that Marty is the real leader. No, I'm just like someone will be, or like that.
Pablo.
I will finish my thoughts.
It's okay. We know you want to be the leader. Just lead.
just lead.
Just lead.
Mind you, and I don't want to. I want to jump in where you're saying that there are times like when we come with a half-baked plan and we go off on doing our own thing. We realize that our banter is funny.
Yeah.
But we have to spread off to actually move the story along,
gotta move the story.
just to kind of get things going with that sort of thing. But yeah, it plays to us, just us as people, as AWD Loot. We don't really like thinking of plans because we know
don't
what's
like
going
thinking.
on plans. We don't like thinking of plans because guess what? At the heat of the moment, which has played so well in in our adventures, even season 1, it makes for better, funnier content. We just have more fun with it because so many times we tried. What was the spoiler for season 1? The heist, the casino heist.
Uh-huh.
We planned it out for almost
Hold
what?
on.
yeah.
Hold on. I got a question for you.
Okay, well we're doing like questionception.
Yeah.
I think we're about 3 questions deep now.
But real quick, here's a question. At any point, is there actually even a possibility for us to do a successful stealth and not have to deal with boss shit?
Oh yeah, most
I
definitely.
don't believe it.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe it.
I feel like we're always gonna end up.
Yeah.
finding some shit.
Well, I mean, here's the deal. There's always going to be twists. There's always going to be things you guys didn't see coming. But there's also like always the
coming.
chance that you guys could, just like go in stealth and then get the hell out. And sometimes, that's the plan. Sometimes
That'd be a
that's the
boring-ass
dice.
episode.
I don't
Oh
believe
no! That's going against you. No. Keep going.
No,
honestly-
it's definitely against you.
I don't know if I mentioned this in our like season 1 like Q&A when we did at the end of the season, but the casino heist, the rolling note casino heist. My original plan was for the singer who was the Rift of a Siren. Like while you guys were like mid heist in the casino room, she would start singing, and that would be some like a mid heist like complication.
Yeah.
But you guys managed to get to the back of the casino really
We
quickly.
just fucking steamrolled it.
Yeah, right.
That was him.
I snuck in through the back.
Yeah, and then
Right?
we were
And
waiting
then,
for you.
I think
in
it was
the
like
front.
a bad roll that put you in danger.
Yes.
Yeah, and you guys did some like some blackjack, and then you guys got into the back room. But that was like a big part of the heist that I had to like, change up
Yeah.
because, like I said, you guys got to the back really quickly. And while I'm on the subject, actually,
He went upstairs. I went to the
That's
back.
right.
Yeah.
Because he was in the high roller spot. I was security, and I went back, and I was like, where the fuck is Pablo back here? Because I knew, because you weren't in the front. So I was like, well, if he's done the front, he's not outside, so he's got to be in the back.
And then you committed what, 3 murders?
I committed 3 murders.
Yeah, what were you
Oh
saying?
yeah.
while I'm on the subject of
I
like
missed that
like changed plans and all that for the heist, the museum heist was my original plan was for it to not actually be in the museum.
Oh.
Yeah, the original plan, or at least how I thought you guys would approach
Be
it.
the labs.
No, would have been the armored truck.
Oh, that's why he brought out the pigs.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be.
Remember the cops and the 3
Oh yeah,
the
the 3
pigs.
pig cops. The
yeah.
pig cops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not even there yet. They don't know about it.
Oh no, that's going to come out by the
Well,
time.
no, never mind. You do know about it.
Yeah. But yeah,
Stay
no,
tuned.
honestly, like the plan in the back of my head was, for you guys to like heist the armored truck, and then the 3 pigs would come in. But then you guys were like, wait, let's do it when it's in the museum. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be more secure, but sure, I can make that work.
Except for the giant dragon ship fuckface we're about to get fucked up
that's what I
by.
just said. It's more secure.
Ah.
Which means an exciting more episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I feel the thing is like we're always gonna try to make like the stealthy plan. It's never gonna go that way. Just knowing our personality.
Eventually
I mean,
something's
it
gonna
could if we don't all interject our own idea of how a stealthy plan.
I feel like how it's gonna go is we're gonna steal like a very like rare item that has high security, and this time we're gonna like, all right, let's just see what happens when we actually follow what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it's done in one episode, and we'll be like, well, this ain't even worth it anymore.
Honestly, if you guys do a heist in like one episode, like I think that would be like one of the best episodes.
Challenge accepted.
The episode is like 3 hours long.
Yes.
Maybe for a finale episode, like try to get like the second story arc, the museum heist.
Yeah.
Is what you guys are doing.
Yeah. Did he give his character inspiration?
No. Back to the Duke.
Back to the dude.
Back to the Duke. Jason, what was your inspiration for Leland Myers?
What was the inspiration? It's been a while.
been a while,
I made him during the pandemic. Like he was.
Didn't you make like 3 different characters?
No, I made him like literally in the pandemic because I was so bored at
Yeah.
home. I was like, I'm gonna make a character and just sit on him for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
For sure it was Hercules. Like
Yeah.
I was
I've
watching
had
like,
that idea for
there was a
long time.
yeah. I've always liked like a brawler sort of character. That's why I played Arthur Strange
Yeah.
that way, and that's why he died.
He wasn't a.
He wasn't
yeah.
meant to get brought. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this right.
So then he.
But,
talked
I'm
about
I'm gonna build a
Danny
detective,
Phantom.
You know-
but
you know
treat him
what?
like a frontline fighter.
I know. I was watching a lot of Sopranos. I was watching a lot of mafioso.
You work in Boardwalk Empire, right?
Boardwalk Empire, but there was someone in Sopranos. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Bobby.
Not Bobby. Well,
Was it
just
Tony?
when I get
Thinking
out,
of, like,
they pull me back in.
That is Scarface.
That's anybody.
Think about the Sopranos. They all
Was
make
it-
fun
was
of
it
that
Tony?
reference.
Oh yeah. Oh, they do.
Tony. I mean, yeah, Tony was
Oh, yeah.
physical.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
the,
there was
But
Tony. There was I can't remember the other guys.
Dude, we could sit here and just.
I know, we can
talk
Well-
about Sopranos all day.
I'm just saying there was Tony.
Welcome
There's
to
Bobby.
Sopranos
They got in a
Podcast.
fight. He's
What's up
the
with that
only-
end? No.
I don't know who else is a big.
What was-
oh,
Was it Pussy?
Oh,
was
Pussy.
it Yeah, was it Pussy?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
There's a character named Pussy. It's
Yeah.
Sopranos.
That was
Literally.
that was his name.
Okay, good.
You've never seen The Sopranos?
Legal
seen
name.
I haven't seen an episode.
What the? Okay, you know what?
I know.
Join us.
Cut the show. We're gonna watch put Sopranos. I got HBO Max. We're gonna watch season
Woke
1.
up this morning.
Dude,
The second we see the first no copyright.
wait, hold on. Do you have HBO Max?
Yeah, yeah,
Dude, just
I'll
watch,
watch
the first season. You'll be like, holy shit, and then you're just gonna go on a binge and just.
So Pussy.
Yeah, so Pussy.
I'll play the
Yeah,
PlayStation 2 Sopranos
but it was
game,
Boardwalk
too.
Empire. It was Sopranos, and then there was a movie. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Lawless.
Goodfellas.
No.
I'm just following your
Public
theme here.
Enemies?
Goodfellas.
Boondock Saints.
No, not Blue Dust.
Big mom movies are
The-
The Godfather.
Like the Bronx Tales, all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Just watch all
okay.
that.
All right.
But-
a lot of mobs.
Oh, I know who it was. Have you guys ever seen Boardwalk Empire?
yeah.
Yeah.
All of it.
Meyer Lansky.
Ooh.
He was the right hand
yes.
to Lucky Luciano.
Oh my, little short guy.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you-
yeah.
no, no,
Sorry, I don't know if that's offensive.
I love
to him.
well, I love the whole.
I don't know why.
I loved like his whole character aspect with like in the mob, even though he's Jewish.
Yeah.
and they
Yes.
like and he hung with Italians. It was like there was just that disconnect, and I just love that idea. I was like, man, that's cool. Like he's part of it, but he's not.
He's not
He's
in
not
the
a part of that
family.
culture.
Yeah.
But he's a part
So
of the
I always thought
business.
like I like that character idea, but I was like, well, I don't want him to make. I basically wanted to make a Jewish mobster.
Yeah.
because that's why.
Oh, that's where you got Myers.
so-
That's where you got
Myers.
Myers.
Okay. So
All right.
it's out of him.
This is my
Oh,
favorite.
shit.
Okay, so I saw that and I was like, okay, well, I want to be a powerhouse. I was looking at every mythos. I'm like, cool. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna be Hercules, and I just started molding everything around, like looking at his myths. I took out all the negative aspects of Hercules.
For anybody who knows Hercules' story.
Yeah, it's very dark. It's a very dark story.
I gotta say that's my favorite component of this game.
Yeah.
Is especially when you level up and you gotta find a new like. I just like finding mythical excuses, narrative excuses within the lore of whatever the mythos is to create new powers or whatever.
Yeah.
And just learn. I'm like, okay, I gotta level up, but what else do I? Then I just look up stories about whatever what's my thing. So like the Kimiho, you know, I was like going through the different Kitsune, like. I'm gonna look up story. So for my next level up, I'm gonna look up quinceañera history of that.
I can be regal at any time I want.
My next power is I can make anything to a piñata if I want.
The power of culture.
But I love that. I love looking up into the narratives of different, or the lore of whatever my mythos is. You know, being able to do that to figure out what more you can do as you evolve as a character.
What,
I think that's a fun
one
part.
thing going off of what when he was creating his character at the time, going back to the origin of my character.
Goon. The comic book, the Goon.
Yes.
That's where the physical look
Yes.
comes from.
And also the hat.
Yeah,
The hat. Yeah.
I remember that because I saw there was an old animated trailer for what was supposed to be a movie that never flourished. But I was like, that's a cool. I like that cool design.
Yeah.
So I
Oh
just
no.
kept
Yeah.
that.
He was like.
Yeah, he was just a big old powerhouse.
But yeah, one of the reasons why I remember making Logan Herrero a little person was I've always loved the dynamic of Rocket and Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. And I've always going off of like, you know, relations, like for example, you know, Pablo's character, it was father and son, father and son. I was thinking you're the father. I'm like, you don't have a son. Yeah. But like my character is more of the family man, more like he has a family that, you know, he's a bit of estranged with due to his line of work. And I wanted to see a character like a much older guy with another, you know, you would never think to see this big bruiser with this little man genius living together. Because, you know, life, and sometimes they're forced to become roommates, but they're all going through, you know, troubling times. And just seeing like older generations or even older men being friends with other men, something that I've noticed in my life, where it's like most men that I've known that are older than me, like they don't have many friends. It's either their family or they're by themselves. And I wanted to kind of incorporate a feeling of like, yeah, you can make new friends at, you know, much older age and see how that plays off. Because isn't our home dynamic like it looks all...
Well, so the other thing too was whatever I did with Strange, I wanted to do the opposite. I'm like, okay, this was how I had Strange. He was kind of a slob at work. He was he had like just a bed and a couch with a TV they never used.
You wanted someone neat and calculated, organized.
Clean. Even though, like, it was just the opposite.
Yeah. So
He had taste.
And I wanted to ride on his shoulder so we could have like all these secret moves.
And I don't drink.
Yeah, he doesn't drink.
I drink
to
milk.
reword and also to ask you, are you saying that you were interested in expressing or portraying a relationship of like masculine platonic intimacy that like isn't represented a lot?
Yeah, like that, because I don't see it a lot. You know, it's usually like, hey, what's up, bro? But like, this is like, we're just going through life.
Yeah,
we have that.
You have like a Bert and Ernie thing going on without all the jokes about, they're gay.
But also at the same time, like later on in the season, I'm going to be having moments with my family and trying to mend those wounds. Because for those of you who don't know, and I think we had a session 0 for season 2, right?
I'm sure
We had a session 0 for season 2,
session
right?
0 for
Is like
Patreon exclusive.
there you go. See, that's poacher. Because I was a weapons developer for like the biggest company, I was the head of weapons development. I focused on my job so much that I neglected my family. Even though I worked everything to provide for my family, it was that like, you know, dad is never at home kind of feel. And when he wants to be loved, he no longer has it because he didn't, you know, put in the time. And that's something that Logan is also going through.
And I did really like that scene where like Logan like put his like old Helix Labs badge on like the dining table, and we had the flashback of you like in the science lab, and then you guys just out of nowhere were like, oh, mutant rats in the background.
That's right, yeah. It was like a serious like, you're fired. What do you mean I'm fired? And then in the background, oh shit, the revolting.
Oh yeah, no, that episode came out. People loved it.
Oh no, yeah, it was like,
oh good. Yeah. Well then you're welcome. I'm sorry to you. I'm not sorry.
Oh no, that's the joke. That's the.
So I was thinking of like in the future doing something with the mutant rats as a next character. Just to kind of keep adding the lore.
There is a mythology of like the Rat King, and it's like it's just a bunch of rats with their tails tied together, and then like different cultures will just take that and just make it even weirder.
Oh, I thought you said like there was a rat king and he just tied the rat's tails and what was it, like uses like a
sling.
yeah. Like
Go!
a
Bubonic plague.
Rat flail.
Yeah, you just hear the hats go, it's a swirl.
Coming soon to Netflix.
Come up with a rat gun. I
The
want
Ratarang?
to see a rat gun by the end of this.
The Ratarang.
What was
Rat
no? I'll
Rang,
think
okay.
of a gun. I think was it in the Harley Quinn animated show? And he's like,
Rattling gun?
it's a gun that she shoots at one of the bad guys. He's like, oh, I don't know what happened. Oh no, Bob or whatever the character's name is. Like, you got cancer. Yo, Harley Quinn, you gave me cancer? Who made this? I'm gonna make a cancer ray?
It's awful. He'll do it.
I'm a forever MC myself, but if I was doing a City of Mist PC, one of them would probably be just like a homeless guy with the mythos of the Rat King, and it's like, can you just like you guys saw like the new Suicide Squad where it's like the girl had the rat
catcher.
powers, and she just got all the city's rats together. It's like, yeah,
Dude,
that's
that is
incredibly
lore.
powerful.
That was cool.
I think it would be kind of funny playing like a creepy character like that. Which kind of leads into my next Patreon question, actually.
This homeless fuck.
The next question is where is what's
Carmen
his face?
Sandiego, yes.
No, Birdman.
Oh yeah, where's Birdman?
Otis?
Where's
Otis, yeah.
Speaking of homeless people.
Otis is still in the city. He's just looking through his birds. He may or may not show up.
Looking through his bird when you have a bit of filing cabinet. Like,
Kevin, I think he's gonna show up.
Yeah, lucky for y'all, it is in my rider of my contract that Otis shows up in every season. So
Hey, who knows? He
he's
could be the
coming.
next guy to hire us for a job.
Oh,
Someone took my
what's
other
he gonna
eye.
pay us in? Bird seed?
Hey, crows are known to pick up shiny shit. You never know.
As long as he has them do it.
Dude, what if the story arc is gonna be like? So they took my other
writing this
eye.
down.
I need you to cut that back for us. Because remember,
man.
Odin lost his eye.
I want to go get Otis's eye for him for a lot of bird seed.
I've been looking for this all the
And
time.
it's making notes. And the
I'm
parrot
writing that down.
rejoined. What if the parrot for the next season?
Oh,
the parrot
God.
is always part of the gang somehow.
Dude,
Always
what are
has
we,
to
a
come
walking
out.
zoo? We got a fox, a dog, now we have the parrot.
So people on the City of Mist Discord, like whenever I like put out like the new episode,
What do they want?
Sometimes they will respond. Sometimes they will respond with a parrot emoji. Crackers. Yeah. Crackers is when I made Crackers, he was
fucking
just
mascot,
a
man.
bit for the one scene, and then you guys made him part of the crew, and apparently the fans love Crackers, and that's my thing.
He's
It's
a
like
smart ass.
Crackers is the NPC I made as a goof, and then now everyone loves. I'm like, he's just a bird.
Which goes to show you, sometimes he tries so hard.
But
and-
he saved the world.
Yeah.
He
did
was
save-
the
He
real
was the
hero.
only one who did his job during the heist.
I have to believe that Crackers has a mythos, and I'll leave it up to you.
He's the Phoenix.
Yeah, you know, it's probably some bird.
Doesn't die.
He doesn't?
I'm writing that down. Anyway, so I tried to seg into this, so now I am. So this next question comes from patron John Tabor. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right.
It's not as good.
It's not as good as.
It's not as good as Duke.
Nothing. Not banging your name.
Nothing
man.
wrong
It's
with
like-
it's not a good porn name. It's a good
There you go.
name. Name. Go ahead.
This from John Tabor. Kevin makes pretty amazing NPCs. Do the players have some favorites this season?
Oh, this season.
I guess that answered that
okay.
question.
Next
All right,
question.
so next
No.
No, I'm thinking.
The one that I have most interest in is the one who's Athena. Her. What's her name?
Oh, I know one. Donnie.
It has been a while since we've shot.
Yeah.
No, not Donnie.
But like
Donnie.
Oh, Donnie's great.
Donnie on the spot.
But like I'm very curious
Donnie
as
the
to what
Michel.
I'm forgetting her name, but the one who is Athena, like the one kind of working behind the scenes
Yeah.
in the
At
family.
Corey's mansion?
Yeah,
I don't wanna
not
say the wrong
Minerva,
name.
but like the one who is obviously Athena.
No. Minerva is the Rift of Athena. Athena, yeah.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. I thought it was actually Minerva.
You're thinking of the one who's based on who's the boss's wife?
Juno Olympus. She's the
okay.
she's-
So it is Minerva.
Yeah,
my
she's the Rift of Hera. She's the one that doesn't like Kore.
Yes.
Minerva is the Rift of Athena.
Got
and
it.
she paid Kore for like the last job.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Minerva, that's my favorite because I feel like she has some hidden machinations in the background that she's using Kore to get her whatever she's looking after, which in turn uses us. I don't know. I just want to fight them all.
Yeah. not that they're not good characters. It's just my personal. No one in the Corey Mansion, the Mob family, and also because Marty hasn't really.
Yeah, we haven't
interacted with
really
any of
What
them.
about that goon?
But
Oh, the fine
yeah,
goon.
I'm
Fine
trying not to make like things like the fine goons and the waitress at
Why? 'Cause
Kenny's.
that's us. It goes
I know,
with-
but these are like, you know what I mean? Like they're
They're
fun.
NPCs.
they're the
They
characters
are-
that they want to see.
I think.
See, look at that. He can't
I
even.
think.
Your dad's an NPC.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of like all the ones you've come up against. Your dad's an NPC.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just what it sounded like. I'm saying,
Dude, his dad's got game, man. He was going after women like 30 years
yeah,
younger
it's
than me.
between my dad. I'm thinking of my actual dad.
He's biased
So
because you know
funny.
his bloodline.
It's between but I feel bad, and we came across this I think in session. What's my dad's name? I don't remember.
Well, he's looking that up.
I should have.
Not-
This is my work to do that I
Sorry.
came up with it. No,
Sorry to
I think
interrupt.
it might have been Marvin
Was it Marvin?
It was.
or Martin or like.
I
'cause I'm
had it
Marty.
written down because this happened.
Mervin.
Jack
Blanc. That's correct.
You were saying?
Oh, and his nurse is named Larry.
well,
He's
it's
also
not.
a
It's
character.
not really just like.
Barely around.
What the hell's that up there?
Oh,
It's a sticky. We can't.
Yeah, we can't show.
Have you guys seen those like little hands of like pretty piece of rubber that you like sling and it sticks to the wall, then it
Damn it.
comes right back up?
I'll just take it.
I just looked up. I was like, the fuck is that?
So yeah, what is it? The story like was it Emma who just like chucked it up in the air?
Yeah, my girlfriend had one of the sticky hands. She just kind of like threw it on the roof. I just took a picture. I'll make sure to edit it into the video. It's been there for weeks. We have
hasn't come
no
down?
idea when that's coming down. It might not ever.
Well, speaking of that sticky hand on the roof, Jack Blanc and I would say the agent that I've been talking to.
Oh yeah, Harvey Studwell.
Another poor name,
His
man.
fucking name.
Yeah, he came
Oh
in his way with his
God.
It's been a long time.
all of us
we haven't
forgot.
played it longer than that fucking sticky hand has been up there. So yeah, I would say
Harvey
between
Studwell.
Agent Harvey Studwell and Jack
a porn
Blanc,
star if
it's
I've ever
kind of a, it's a close, but I would say Jack. Say my dad.
Donnie.
He's my favorite one. The way
Donnie?
Dude, Donnie. Yeah,
Donnie's
I
good.
want to change his name from Donnie on the spot to Donnie on many titles because he can just be like, oh, he's my meat shield. He's the guy. We're
Oh, yeah,
Donnie of all
wasn't there a
trades.
part where like Donnie's the bait, and I love your action. Yeah, I think it was Bex who was just like, yeah, we got the muscle, we got the thing, we got the bait, and she kept moving on and
This
just
is how I imagine the series will end. The family will get down. We'll either get out of our contract or something. Donnie's the last one standing, and he's the next in line to take over.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're-
what if it's like
calling it
what was it? He played a guy where at the end you thought he was like crippled, but as he's walking away,
Kevin
he, like,
Spacey
Kevin
from The
Spacey in was it Unusual
Do we want
Suspects?
to spoil it? We spoiled it.
It's an old movie.
It's an old
a
movie.
famous
It's a
twist.
good movie.
It's one of those movies you can only watch once. You can never watch again.
Yeah, because you know. But like, what if at the end, Donnie was actually the mastermind behind it?
He's the real Kaiser Sose.
of this story.
of like everything, like the
I
underworld.
would love
like,
it. I would love it. I
Let's
want
ask.
it. I want
Is
it.
he the mastermind?
You want Donnie to be the mastermind?
join our Patreon. You can make Donnie happen.
You got to match Johnny. What's his name? John. Last question.
Doogie.
John Tabor.
John Tabor's. He gave $5. Yeah, I said it. I said
Looks
it.
at this guy.
Yeah, that camera works better for you.
$5. You want it? You want Donnie to be the? You want crackers back?
You're
You're gonna have to give us some cheese for those crackers, huh?
Well done. Well done.
That's right.
Don't patronize.
I'll leave. Don't patronize me. Patronize us. Okay, I'm gonna leave.
I don't know
Sit
how to
your ass
say
down,
that those are not legal words. Pablo Mia does not speak on behalf of Odd Loot. But
As
also-
the head of Odd Loot,
John-
I agree with that.
John gave us $5. I don't know what you say. I don't know what you want me to say. That's what happened.
No, but Donnie.
Donnie has been interesting because
He's a new cracker.
was,
Donnie's good.
Yeah, he was another NPC that was just someone I had to put there. He was a construction worker at the gate.
we
He had to be there.
corrupted him.
And then you grabbed him, and suddenly he turned into like, okay, all right,
I'd say we all have our own individual favorites, but Donnie's the group favorite.
So you know what's funny? Remember
we
when-
made him into a tag.
Do you remember
Yeah, he is a tag.
Remember like elementary when like you would go to Dare and all that stuff?
Yeah.
And they would tell you, like someone makes you smoke. It's like, who's ever gonna make us smoke or like ever make us go in a gang? We literally took this guy as like, you're part of us now. You have no choice. And I was like, oh man, that really did come to true. We really forced the guy into our life. That poor guy.
That's the best part about him is that he asked for none of this.
But we've
He
treated
just showed up to
we've
work.
treated him well.
Have we?
about that.
No,
I don't know
no,
about
no. Here's
that.
the thing. After he lost his job, which was connected to a very big problem in crime. Yes, he's joining a fucking heist crew. But we took him into our apartment. We're like, hey, Donnie, are you okay? Here's some tea. Chill out. Everything's cool. We're not gonna hurt you. But you've seen too much. So you're gonna work with us, and you're gonna earn a decent paycheck.
Okay. I don't know that this is treating
Let
him
me
well.
let me just
So
rewind
odd.
this. Let
You
me
know how hard it is to keep a construction job? What if you got hurt?
let me ask you this though. He was making decent money before we came in.
And guess what? That money was taxed. None of this is gonna be.
But he was living a safe life.
But a boring one. But
not
a
a
boring
safe
one.
job.
Okay, let me
He's
put
right,
it,
it's
let
not
me
a
put it
safe
another
job.
way. He was working a safe legal job. Then we came in, destroyed his
Most
job.
of what he does is get Corey fucking cocktails and martinis. Like, he's safe.
Before we came in.
He was walking under loose beams.
No, but wasn't he aware that it was a fucking sham job?
No,
I don't think he was.
he was not.
He was
Okay,
not.
great. Well,
He
that's
was
too bad
just
for
a
him.
guy
Oh,
who
he
was.
didn't- yeah, no, he just thought he was
He
building
was
a
just
building.
a construction worker.
Oh, who was keeping people off the?
Yeah, that's all his job was.
We're gonna have to check
then
in with
we
him about
came
how he
in.
feels.
He destroyed his job.
In the words of Michael Bay's Optimus Prime, sometimes we don't get to choose when destiny calls us.
Is Donnie with us against this huge dragon ship thing that's about to go down?
No.
That's where we are in time. By the way,
don't-
we haven't done the fight.
Yeah.
I
So.
don't believe so, actually. Because I think you guys
Unless he's in the sack.
you used Donnie to like put the cameras
might
around the
be.
museum. That was how you actually
not
used
just
his
a
tag. So,
Pokemon?
so his tag was burned. I don't know if you narratively brought him.
No,
into
didn't we heal up?
Huh?
Didn't we have like a cooldown and then that reset?
Yeah, it's between cases for the crew tags.
Don't I have Donnie in my workshop?
You might have Donnie in your workshop. You
Yeah.
have so much
I just
stuff in your
don't. That's my thing. Is I don't know why we would ever let him go
He
home.
can't, no,
You know?
we used them once. It was to plant the cameras.
Exactly.
Hold on, wait.
What? What?
My understanding was like Donnie did go home, but now you're advocating for like just keeping him in the
I'm
back.
not advocating for it. I just think that's the case. You know what I'm saying?
No. This is probably what it was. Is that he just went home and we called him up. We're like, Donnie, you're needed on the spot, and he's like, I better go.
But I thought, you just said we didn't let him leave because he's seen too much. So you don't let him out of our
No,
sight.
I was just making a joke.
Oh, I remember multiple times,
No,
including at
no.
that apartment. Wait, where he put his huge Goliath hand on his shoulder, squeezed, and said, "Like you're not going anywhere."
No, but we never restricted him. He could have walked out, but he stayed for the tea and crackers.
I really don't think he's ever left.
Okay, let's
I kind of
clarify
picture
this.
him on a leash, to be honest.
Well,
Well, he might be with Corey. Who knows what she's
Corey,
into?
yeah.
like one of those child leashes, like a little vest.
No,
Yeah, like a little vest.
No, like one of those.
like a BDSM leash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Which, by the way, one of my favorite running gags too is you guys like referring to Donnie as like kid sport and him being like, I'm like 30.
We're like easy sport. All right, Skipper.
Well, because I just figured like what we've been doing is we've been talking about him being in the plan. He's not there for the planning, and then we just come get it. Like, yo, let's go.
Donnie, plant these
And he's
cameras.
like,
What are you talking about?
He's like, let's go. He's like, I'm about to start dinner. No, you're not. We got work to do.
You know, I feel like Donnie's gonna end up just being our audience. That we're just taking our audience for a ride. You're like, no, you guys don't get to sit down and relax and watch this. You're gonna be a part of this.
I think one of my favorite things that was like when Corey was with Donnie to put the cameras in the museum, and then Corey was immediately like, all right, Donnie, you put in the cameras, I'll be over here. And then you
showed
Pablo, got so mad that you had Marty
Drive up on the
insert
way to work.
himself into the scene and call her up.
Deus, what is it? Deus Machina? Deus Ex Machina?
Do it, Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex Machina. This fucking song, like this moment, and I was like, "What the fuck is Pablo doing? Let her have her moment."
I honestly, here's the thing though, I love that scene because it was one of the best examples of that dynamic of like Corey and Marty just like that friction.
heads.
Yeah, butting heads.
You were like a dad yelling at his daughter because he knew she was gonna do something stupid.
Driving across the street. Get your ass to school now. Do this every day.
You didn't get out of the car. You're just yelling from the
horrible.
car.
That's right. You never left your.
You were in the car running.
I was
to work.
across the street in the car. What else we got? What else we
Next
got?
question, baby.
What we got?
So hopefully that answers your question, man.
What was the question? Yeah. NPCs. Yeah.
Let me see here. I think.
We had 2 questions. Well,
John had multiple questions. One of the questions, though, was for me specifically, was there a moment where the players did something completely different than you thought they would do?
What,
and I already
every fucking
kind of
episode?
answered that. Well, yeah, it's also every episode you guys do something that I could never have thought of ahead of time.
This is us. This is the meme. Oh, okay. I know some of these words. And then I think what is it? Burger Town, Burger Time. It's like this old Nickelodeon show.
with the puppets.
No, there was like it was 2 African American guys. One guy went on to be an SNL.
Good Burger.
Good Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, Good Burger. But that's what I see. I know some of these words. And when we look at his script on what's going to happen, we're like, oh, okay.
Okay.
No.
No. Like
Burger time.
So actually, I have another question for you guys right here.
Oh, we got
what are you guys thinking so far of the museum heist? Because there's been the planning at Denny's. There's been getting
Kenny's.
everything together. Kenny's.
We're not related
I'm gonna have
to
to
Denny's at
bleep
any-
what I said.
I have a question to your question. How is that going to end?
Oh, the museum heist.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell you.
Why not?
Why are we here?
Why not? I understand.
What's the problem?
It goes back to what I previously said, is that I don't know how you guys are going to get out. Here's the thing, session 9, and by the way, watch session 9 before watching this.
Well, are we going to put these out
Yeah, we're going to put this out, but just in case people listen to this.
Oh,
before-
okay,
Anyway, spoilers for session 9, season 2, whatever.
Someone's going, fuck.
a boat?
Looked up the next
But yeah, but that's sort of the last place we left off was you guys in the museum basement with all the
Warehouse,
artifacts. Corey found something really good because she had a really good roll, but also
she did.
there was a danger in there, specifically
It was booby trapped.
Yeah, if people search around and they get this much stuff, then yeah, the thing appears. And so next session there's actually more mechanics. You guys aren't immediately screwed. There's actually some choices you guys are about to make on whether or not you're gonna face the dragon or try to sneak away and all that, or whether you try to sneak away without the rest of the crew. There's going to be sort of those moments coming up.
I don't think we can really sneak away from
All you hear is
ship.
the crew wants to battle. Yeah, for that, I think because we have a giant ship that's looming over us, and we're like, oh shit. We're still gonna be let me just open this box real quick. What do we got? I don't know why. I want to have a moment.
Idea.
What's up?
To look through the crates for
Yeah,
the
because
weapons and
you
stuff.
never know. 'Cause,
Probably
she
is.
found a bow, right? Is that the shit?
Oh, this is gonna be
I want a
fun.
moment where we're fighting, and I'm like, Leland, search those boxes, and you open it up. You're like, Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah,
Or we find an item that helps us during the fight.
Make the ship look inside the Ark of the Covenant, and then we're golden. Yeah, exactly. Just melt its face off.
He's like, wait,
squeeze it
this is a
soda
Viking
can.
boat. We just throw fire at it. Done. Simple job. Anyway, with some of these boxes.
Wood.
It's wood.
Where's Buster Woodman when you need him?
I will say in this behind the scenes video, this is actually one of the first dangers that came from a City of Mist book. This specific danger, and also the museum stuff, is from the expansion Shadows and Showdowns. I decided to add that into the podcast. Also, like I said, had to change up the museum heist, so I'm like, screw it, I'll add this in. But yeah, no, it everything else so far has been homebrew, but this has sort of been official content that you guys are going to be going up against here. Which, in our case is similar to a D&D actual play going up against a goblin,
What are you looking at?
What's that look, man?
Yeah, he's just staring intently.
Listening.
Why are you guys so freaked out when he's actually paying attention?
Oh yeah,
I never see Jason paying attention. That's what freaked me out.
She looked at me why are you looking at me? You're what, you're talking. What do you want me to do? Look this way? Look at the back?
Look at the camera, just
just a little too focused. I couldn't even see your full face, and I know that you were just looking at him too focused. Too focused.
But let's see what else.
I have a request for the Patreons. I would love to see them draw a map of what they think Eden City is laid out.
Oh, dude, it's all over the fucking place.
And if you do, you win A cookie. That will mail to you
not-
in an envelope.
No, that shit will be disgusted by the time it leaves.
Do
our
you
post
want
office.
us to melt? Just to mail you a melted cookie?
Let me
know
tell
what?
you,
No.
true fans don't care.
Pablo is making a lot of Patreon
No,
promises.
promise. Here we go. I'll keep this from. I'll mail that cookie
Gross.
if I can see a cool map.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. It's a trend.
Don't worry.
will the
I-
cookie
I have,
be
I
good
have
to
a,
eat?
I have a food saver. We can put it in the bag and really airtight seal
Is
that.
it
It'll
gonna
still
be a
good.
fucking Costco cookie?
What's wrong with Costco cookies?
I just want to know if you're gonna take one of
No.
these, put it in a envelope
food
with
saver.
the bubble wrap in it and a food saver.
Yeah, food saver
Honestly,
bag,
if we're
for
gonna
sure.
do that, we should get like the next tier up.
Also, I'm pretty sure there are laws against buying
Yeah,
cookies and
yeah.
then just giving them to people.
No,
for,
no.
No,
Sell
we're,
them.
we're not selling them for profit. We're giving them as a reward.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
a
enough.
cookie.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Have a cookie.
What the hell are you gonna do to the cookie?
Enjoy our podcast. Have a cookie.
Just
We
a
don't,
cookie.
it
Yeah, there you
doesn't, hey, we don't need to know what they do with the
Truly.
cookie. Okay, they just
That is their
the
business.
FBI has bigger fish to fry. We'll send
Move
you
in,
a
move in.
fried fish.
no.
No. Do you want? Is that
Joke or
a deal?
not.
Do you want a fried fish
In a food saver bag, it'll stay fresh.
in an envelope? Then send us a map. or whatever
P.O.
the fuck
Box
it was.
123 Fake Street.
Bro, that fish will be so grody.
That
By the
doesn't mean
time-
that they don't want it.
We'll
I'm not here to
overnight
judge.
ship it. What's the problem?
This is
All right, Mr. Moneybags over here.
What can you do? Bag it in
With that
salt?
Patreon money, we'll give you
with
guys
that
over.
Patreon money. We will buy a fish and send it to you overnight.
You don't get to decide what fish it is.
Started this.
This is so
Hey, they wanted behind the scene. This is what we do behind the scenes to work on our
All I
friendship.
wanted
Same
was a
thing we
nice
do.
map like the one you have on your wall. I just wanted that of Edith City.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I would love. I love the fan art. We've seen some fan
Yeah, I
art
was gonna say.
already
Speaking
from
of the fan
people.
art, it's pretty
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Yeah,
Why
well-
is it about him only?
Why did you get so mad?
Look, I love you guys, but this is some bullshit.
If you send us Leo Castillo or Logan Herrero fan art, we can get Bravo off our ass.
I'm just saying, Logan Herrero has to be with Leland Myers. He has to be with it.
Oh yeah, Logan. Logan
I do
Herrero
want to.
and Leland Myers
Going back to
fan
what you
art.
were talking about, real talk.
Yeah.
Let's get some Logan and Leland bromance art.
No.
Bromance, not yes,
Not romance.
All right. Now,
Hey, look, I think-
just
hey, look,
go to
here's the
that
thing.
Romance art. Let's
No,
get
we
some
painted a
romance.
good picture where I think like you were like helping put Masterson like on the sofa
big
and I was
gun.
making tea
Mm-hmm.
and like I gave it to you and I think you also passed out the tea. Like we have moments where we're having.
I didn't
like,
put. I put Donnie.
Oh, that's right. You put
You
Donnie.
had Masterson. In
Oh,
your
yeah, I
bag.
took Masterson
You like
out of the
pooped him out of the bed.
But we do live a nice, like, just chill life in our apartment.
do you
That
think
is
that
actually
apartment-
remodeled and looking fucking.
Some nice apartment
Yeah, it's a-
art.
it's like-
I would love it. Like the apartment looks nice, and we come home all fucked up and bloodied and beaten dirty. It's like, dude, we live here.
Honestly, my favorite Leland Logan moment was like Cora was doing the museum stuff, Marty was meeting with Agent Harvey and also like doing his job, and you guys were like, "Oh, we're at the park, we're flying kites,
That's
we're
right.
eating
We're
ice
having
cream.
just a day to ourselves.
We're shaking down some people, like we're still doing work, but you know,
It's
also
a nice like Sesame Street music montage of what they're doing.
Don't we have like a neighbor who's like an old lady?
No, my favorite was when we're getting a hot dog. We took a lunch
Yeah.
break from beating up some guy. He's like he's all like beaten up on the floor.
Here's what I genuinely feel about our dynamic is fucking Marty and Corey are always like, here's the plan. And then you and I look at each other without exchanging a lot of words. We're like, let's just go do the heist. And we end up always just putting it into action like, here you go, guys.
I'm letting you two do the. I'm just tagging along because
Yeah.
at some
That's what
point
I'm
my
saying.
fist will get involved.
And eventually, at the end of the story, we find out we're all the leader all along.
Aw.
Aw.
It's all about the friendships and the
Please
money.
edit in some studio audience.
Well, I do have one more question though, and this is a question I ask my players in my regular games too. What's been your guys' favorite moment so far?
Well, just ask us what our favorite moment in the heist was. So now you want the overall,
Yeah, overall.
which I don't even think we had.
Me versus
answered the last
Masterson.
one.
Oh yeah,
That was a fun fight.
That one, like, just that stare down.
the stare
yeah.
down, the punch
Yeah.
for
Nice.
punch.
My favorite moment's when our schedules line up. We
Yeah.
get in.
Dude, hell yeah!
Too real.
I like those moments
Too
too.
real.
Too real.
With your Patreon money.
We could quit our jobs.
Do you want our schedules to line up?
Hey, that's another reason is why we're trying to make the stream
No,
successful.
no. They need to know This is not easy.
Dude, holy
not.
shit.
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
I mean, we're on a skeleton crew. We have a fan going right now, which hopefully we can edit out of the audio. But
got
it's,
it.
yeah,
It's gonna be a
we're
while
only
since we
like
have enough
90.
money and currency to like
One-
have an office.
It depends if we survive the room tone.
Does everybody here have multiple jobs? I've got
Yes.
5 jobs.
I have 3.
So besides the being an actor, but so you have 3.
4. I forgot being an actor. 4.
Well, I say literally I have 5 jobs and a career. Is what
real
I
jobs? Or are we talking just overall work we do?
like I have jobs and then I'm an actor and that's my career. But but you know, it's hard.
This
It's
job,
tough
yeah,
to
so,
out
yeah.
in
I
these
got this
streets,
job,
so.
editing, and then
Well, you pointed out your hat, but it's
Post-
black, so they can't see it.
That's
so
fine.
what's your?
They don't need to know it.
Yeah.
my real job, my editing, photography. Yeah, I would say about.
So about 3. You got 1 job.
Yeah, I've got one job.
And then-
You might have seen me City of Mist fans.
Is that your only job?
Well, I mean, I also do odd jobs.
No,
here
no,
and there.
legit.
No, because you said it with all honesty, but I'm like, that can be taken the only way. It's like, that's your one job, you fucking scrub. We do not condone you working yourself to death. Think about your health first.
No, I can't believe I'm saying this. Be like Kevin.
like-
Okay.
if you can find a single job that makes you happy, you fucking go.
and
for
that's so legit. City of Mist.
Yeah, I mean, I do odd jobs, and I also have my own independent like RPG stuff. Check out King of the Ring on Drive-Thru RPG.
That is true. He does have that stuff.
His whole
Um,
be legit. Be like, sorry, I interrupted.
Be
Yeah, but
legit.
no, I mean, like most of
Kevin.
the stuff I work with, like Son of Oak and their Kickstarters, do a lot of City of Mist work, and you know, it's honestly kind of it's really cool because the way we got that contact with Amit was through like he noticed our podcast and then we talked to him like through that, and then eventually like Amit got in contact. It's just like, hey, we'd like more video. Jason, you look even more concentrated now.
I thought you were gonna say constipated,
That
which
too.
is kind of what he looks like when
You
he's
gotta
concentrated.
concentrate
They're the
to
same.
constipate.
Yeah, you often look like you need to constipate to concentrate.
You gotta concentrate. Got him. That should be a shirt. We concentrate to
We
constipate.
constipate
No,
to concentrate.
Do not constipate. It is not a great film.
Drink water, everybody.
Yeah,
Stay hydrated.
Drink water.
I don't think constipate is a verb.
It is now.
can.
It is not.
Sounds like you can.
Odd
you
Loot
want
knows what Odd
constipate-
Loot. You call up Webster's dictionary right now.
Pablo is passing out from exhaustion, and I believe this is a great place to sort of wrap things up here.
there's no more question. That's it. We still only had 2. That's it. We got 2 from you, 2 from John, 1 from the Doogler.
Yeah, from the Duke. We love you, Duke.
If you want more questions, you become a Patreon and look out for posts when he asks you to post questions.
If you want that cookie, make my map, please.
we'll do more Q&As in the future. This is a lot of fun.
Well, let's get some more Q's and you'll get some more A's. You know?
Exactly.
But on a side note, at some point, what I'm working on is to stream this live at some point. So what we're working on right now, me and Chris over here, is we have a Twitch stream, and we're also going to be trying to stream on YouTube as well to kind of cover every front. But it's Odd Loot, so just the name AWD Loot. And we're still trying to figure out what the scheduling is going to be. But Chris is going to be finding ways to stream like during the week while I'm going to shoot for the weekends. But we're going to be doing like games, all sorts of other stuff, and streaming both like cooking streams, this show, other things in the end. So if you're ever on Twitch or YouTube, give us a follow, subscribe. Oh, we're not affiliates yet, but follow because we need that.
Bravo is on Twitch. Check him out. With that, thank you all for stopping by. This has been a fantastic Behind the Mist. Can't wait to do another one of these with you. But first, we need to shoot the next few episodes. Whenever
If you want the episodes to continue.
whenever our schedules align again. With that, thank you for stopping by, everybody. Bye.
All right.
Wave at the camera.
Say goodbye. Hey,
What?
Say goodbye. Hey, say.
Sit your ass down.
All right.
All right.
Go. I gotta do room tone.
Alrighty.
Oh, here we go.
Stop for room tone.
Stop room tone in 5, 4,